Hi Jake. What I'm going to do is show you how to tune the guitar, or at least get the sound of the strings. And then after that I'm going to show you 3 chords. And after that I'm going to show you a scale. So I'm not sure if you know how to tune the guitar or not, but what you need to do is try and get the sound as close as you can. So the first string, or the 6th string, is called the E string, and that just sounds like that. So you might have to kind of use your ear to see if you can tune it as close as possible to that. The next one, it's the A string. That's the sound of it. So you just have to, use your tuning pegs to tune it up or down. The next one is D. The next one is G. And that's also the 3rd string. So 6, 5, 4, 3. The next one is a B. And then the last string is the E string. So you have So you have to let me know if you have any problems tuning it, so we'll have to get that first before we do a lot of other stuff. So that's a real quick thing on tuning, but I can help you with that. What the next thing we'll do is show you a couple chords, and there's 3 chords that we'll do. And the first chord, it's called a G chord, and somehow I'll get you like a diagram so you can write these down so you can remember it. But this is the 1st fret, this is the 2nd fret, that's the 3rd fret, 4th fret, and all the way up. So what you're going to do is on the 3rd fret of the E string, the big string, right here, you're going to put your 2nd finger just like that. The next thing you're going to do is take your 1st finger and put it on this fret right here, which is the 2nd fret on the 5th string. So you've got one here, one there, and then the last thing you do is you take your ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret all the way on the very 1st string. So again you have a note right here, a note right here, and a note right there at the bottom. All the strings in the between there, you leave them open. So what that sounds like, and then you got to use certain fingers. So the 2nd finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, and everything in between is open. And you just strum all the strings just real slow. And that's a G chord. Okay. And again, we'll go over this if you need to. The next chord is a C chord, and what you're going to do on the 3rd fret, you're going to put your finger right there. So right on this 3rd fret, 5th string, just like that, 3rd finger. Then you're going to take your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, put it right there. You're going to leave the next string open. Then you're going to take your 1st finger and put it right there on the 1st fret. And when you strum this, you don't touch that bottom string. You just start where your ring finger is. So again, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, second fret, second finger. The next string is open, first finger, first fret, and then that bottom string is open. So when you strum this, it sounds like and the last chord, I know this is going a little quick, but the last chord is a D as in David chord. And all this chord is, you're just going to play the bottom 4 strings. So these bottom 4, you leave these top 2 out, don't use those. So using the bottom 4 strings, the first note on the 4th string is open, and then you make kind of like a triangle. So you use one finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and then your 2nd finger right there. So it might be kind of hard to see, but it's kind of like this. It's like a triangle. So it's 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Again, that's 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there. So it's kind of like a triangle. You can see a triangle right there. So you just take your fingers and make that triangle. And again, you just use the bottom 4 strings. And that's a D chord. So again, you got a G chord. We did the first chord was a G chord. The next chord is a C. And then the last chord is a D. So those are 3 chords that you want to learn. And then the last thing, and I don't know if this will be difficult or not, but we'll try a little scale. And a scale is just some notes that you play in a certain order. And what we'll do, the important thing is getting your fingers right. So if you notice, each finger will use a certain fret. So if I'm playing the 2nd fret, I use my 1st finger. If I'm playing this fret, I use that finger, this finger, this finger. So you don't want to go 1, 2, 3. You don't want to be jumping around with your hand. Just keep your hand in one place and just let your fingers kind of go back and forth. And with this scale, you play the first note you play is on the 3rd fret. And you play the next on the 5th fret. And then you drop down 1 string. And on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 5th, drop down a string, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. So it should sound like